For advice for the millions of Americans who are still planning to travel this Thanksgiving, let's bring in CBS News Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Jon LaPook and CBS's Lonnie Quinn. So, Dr. LaPook, what can people do to stay safe if they've chosen to gather with friends and family?
Margaret, I think the safest thing is for people to assume they're infected and infectious, but they just don't know it, even if they recently have tested negative. So when you're at that Thanksgiving dinner and you're with people who are not in your protective pod or bubble, and you lower down that mask, now you're risking infecting them or perhaps getting infected yourself. So we need to dissociate eating with socializing. The two pods that are not together should be outside and inside or in different rooms. And then once you do come indoors and you're in the same room, remember that you all have to wear masks. You have to wear a mask the entire time, even if you are more than 6 feet away, even if you're across the room. And the reason is that the virus can travel across the room in small aerosols, in tiny aerosols, and it can accumulate in the air over time, especially if there's poor ventilation. So if you can, open the windows, open the doors. You may get a little cold, wear a sweater or a jacket. It's worth it to try to decrease the risk to others.
Thank you, Doctor. And Lonnie, how is the holiday forecast looking?
Well, it's looking wet in the Northeast, but you just heard Dr. LaPook say it's better to be outside than inside. Rain is the deterrent, and right now we have rain anywhere from, say, Wisconsin into the Ohio Valley, all the way down to Louisiana. But I will say, temperatures on the eastern side of that rain, it's going to be mild out there tomorrow. I mean, you're talking temperatures maybe 10 degrees above average for the eastern portion of that front. And on the western side, your temperatures a little bit below average, maybe 5 degrees below average at best. That rain is into the Northeast for the big cities tomorrow. Washington all up to Boston, a rain chance, but it's more so the first part of your day than the second part of your day. Other than that, that's the only story I've got for you. It's quiet except the West Coast, and I want to spend some time on this because, Margaret, this is important. The Santa Ana start kicking in for the West Coast, and those wind gusts between the mountain passes could be, 50 to 70 miles per hour. So we encourage you to get outside, maybe cook outside. You got to be careful with any kind of an open flame in that portion of the country. Margaret, let's go back to you.
Thank you, Lonnie.